Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Very excited to be here today. Excited to fight a purple worm, maybe, or if Yursa has her way, we'll make friends with it. So let's go ahead and roll the intro and get started.
To welcome you to the world of Evrand.
The Seekers of Insanity.
I told you to leave me alone. I could do this.
I wanted us to live and I wanted him dead.
I am so happy to see you.
Every party needs a pooper.
Raise the blade!
John, are you having fun?
I would like to welcome you.
All right, hello, we're back. Let's go ahead and dive in. I understand that it's an Alfian Forrester and a gray square instead of Nick. I'll fix those after I read the summary. Deal with it. I only matter right now. I'm just kidding. Everybody matters here. So, oh yeah, John, is there anything you want to say? Sorry, I just...
Hey, welcome back. All right, it's Rian's summary.
All right, cool, thanks.
Hey Joe, real quick.
Yeah, Nick?
One thing I will say is if you have to log out of Discord after you read the summary, then we'll also all be gone then, too. From the stream.
No, it's like a separate app that I log into for the light up characters.
Ignore me, I'm a gray square.
Okay. Yeah,
Gelatinous cube.
stick in your place, you
My
stupid square.
nickname in college.
Square.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, summary. I find myself very recently yearning for simpler times. A mere week ago, upon our return from the Astral Sea, life was so straightforward. Basil conversed with her sister about the aftermath of her father's death. I received a letter from Sayori describing the work she's doing with the Order of the Lotus and with the Adventuring Company. Gabriel updated all of us on the state of Isle Blackmore, and we were even gifted property in Shredina. It was so simple. It was so nice. Sometimes I wish my life could be that simple always. In those simpler times, I could sit with Enid and I could assure her that no matter what we discovered in Siri, all would be well. Whether our village was bustling with life or if it stood charred as a memory, we would find solace. When I comforted her, I can admit it wasn't just for her. I was trying to reassure myself as well. But when we arrived in Siri, I could feel the sands shift beneath my feet. The dry air, the towering trees of the mountains. It'd been ages since last I felt their embrace. Walking this path down from the mountain was like tracing the edges of an old scar. It ached. Stepping out from a tree's shadow, I was struck with a bitter truth. Some wounds never heal. They fester, hidden and deep. Our first encounter was with a group of Goliaths intimidating a man from Nubai. As the threads of fate unraveled, we learned that these Goliaths belonged to Gak's clan, the very one his parents had been banished from long ago. Tensions flared and confrontation loomed, but, thankfully, blades remained sheathed. The man was sent on his way, and Gak's merciful uncle allowed him to leave without blood being shed. Our journey led us to Nubai. This place Enid and I once called home. Where once upon a time fertile fields once bore grapes of the sweetest wine. And now lays a ravaged quarry. The earth, scarred and abused, My blood simmers with rage. I recall now words I said to Enid about the hollowness of vengeance, yet in this moment, I realize I don't seek solace. I yearn for whoever caused this, whoever did this to my home, to my family. I want them to feel the searing pain that they have inflicted upon me 10 times over. And if it is the last thing I do before I leave here, they will suffer. I promise you that. And then, as Rian had those thoughts, as he was staring down a guard, worms attacked! Pew, 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 rocks and boulders everywhere, miners screaming, not like young people, but rock people. They were so upset, and the party jumped into heroic action.
It's Shai Halud.
Thank you.
Worms of Arrakis.
Thank you.
John, you sound a little funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's using your
Yeah,
mic.
yeah, you sound like... As we dive back into the session.
It's weird because it was fine earlier.
See what has happened.
What? That's
my
not
God.
good. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Hey!
That's John.
As we dive back into the session.
Smooth. Butter.
Yeah.
No one noticed, don't worry.
The sound echoing of the ground bursting and the horrible shriek
Yep.
of the worms emerging from the rock. You hear screams. People running, dropping their pickaxes. All of you running to their aid. You see these guards in full silver armor grab their crossbows and swords, preparing this encounter. I would like everyone roll initiative.
Woo. Woo. Worm time, baby. Bop.
Oh wait, I gotta make sure I click the thing before I
wowzers.
roll anything.
Okay. Let's go, Yursa, baby.
Baby.
Oh, this is perfect
Oh,
for me to use
nice.
something fancy. Ooh.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I have.
Oh, just
I
kidding.
do. I'm so cool sometimes.
What?
I have battle specific music for Siri.
Ooh.
Fancy. I'm ready.
I've still got harp.
Okay.
You might need to refresh.
I might need to.
Mine is
I'm
also
really
giving me
calm.
pretty calm music right now too. I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, wait. I think it starts off calm, maybe. If it's not good
Initiative.
enough.
Mine said solo.
No, it is good.
There we go.
No, yeah, mine's good.
Da, 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 da,
Ooh,
da,
this is
da,
fun.
Yeah. So Siri.
It's good shit, mate.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what I did last time to make my stupid.
I don't know either.
You didn't finish what you were saying.
I know. I can't hear the.
Oh, the
Music.
music. Is your music turned off for your browser or sound?
I don't think so.
We might be having some trouble. Yeah, there was something that showed up in the Twitch chat that was on the Foundry chat that didn't show up in my Foundry chat. And my initiative roll took like 30 seconds to appear in Foundry, and I also tried to reload Foundry and it's not working. So there might
Well,
just be
mine-
an issue today.
Mine's like this every time we play. I never hear the music.
Yeah, but yours is a different thing.
Right.
Connection issues.
And
happen.
I don't know why.
I was just saying
Well-
my Foundry isn't loading at all.
¿Cuál es el
No.
problema?
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, you're lower on the initiative. If you want me to, we can go ahead and start while you're trying to load in.
My download speed is 26 megabytes per second.
Ooh. Oof.
Jesus.
Why?
Oh, who's going to be controlling Dio?
I feel like Jack should, right?
Not it.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think I'll
if
be
Nick's
able to.
having issues, yeah.
Yeah, what?
I'm
I can do
sorry,
it.
Duh.
I'd like to, but
My
yeah.
bad, big dog.
I can do it until
Dio and
Nick
I are
gets
fighting
back.
right now, so
Well, until Nick's internet streamlines. Boom. Okay. Nick is no longer a blob on either screen.
Hey.
yay.
Depends on
All
your
right.
definition of
You,
blob.
you should be able to double click on Dio and see his character sheet.
Ooh.
So with that,
Okay.
we begin combat.
Is Dio on the initiative? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. With Gideon.
Well, I will say Ursa rolled in at 20, so really her initiative should be 32, so she should go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello, I'm gonna do something a little funky dunky and different.
Okay.
Funky.
I would like to conjure a fire elemental, please.
All right. This
I'm
is
not-
truly Baldur's Gate.
Oh, you already know. I've learned a little bit. Okay, all right. Give me my
Alright.
fire elemental, baby.
Where do you want to conjure it?
Hold on. How far? Isn't it just like 5 feet? Within 10 feet. Oh no.
Doesn't have a token.
No, that's okay.
Also, the game is paused.
Oh, that's right. Bop.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna conjure him there. And he goes right after me, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna move him. What is my hold on, let me pull up fire elemental sheet. Fire elemental. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, he has a speed of 50. Yeah.
Now let me give you the ability to do things with the token.
5, 40, 50, 55. 5. Okay. I'm gonna move him. He can't. Which is weird.
Hold
'cause
on.
Diagonals.
No.
Oh, okay, holding.
I'm going to give you a new one. This is the new one. There
Oh,
you go.
okay.
Now you should be able to move it.
Okay. Bop. Woo! Fire elemental. Blah. Okay. So he's gonna go there. I'm gonna bonus action turn into an owlbear, please.
Okay.
Listen, I do the same moveset. I gotta mix things up.
From the top rope, Ursa.
Can you move that one?
Owlbear from the top rope.
I can't do my attack though, because my
No.
action was to conjure the thingy. This is bonus action, yeah. Okay, and then how much do owlbears get? Movement. 40 feet. Lame. Oh, it is too far. Okay, then my owlbear's gonna go brrr, and jump down and move over here. Poof.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
This is a 25-foot drop.
Oh, whoopsies! I did. Okay, that's fine. I'm an owlbear. Wow.
Okay, so take half. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall.
All right, I'm not mad about it. I fall with style. Oh, what? I'm speaking. Okay, so then that's Yursa's turn, but now it's my elemental's turn.
Okay.
Okay. And my elemental is going to... It has multi-attack. It makes 2 touch
Ooh.
attacks. And it's going to slap the worm with its fiery hand. Slap. Roll.
Alright. Slap the worm.
No, I'm not. Not with the first one, I'm not. Second one, baby! Second one. Slapping
21 to
worms.
hit. That hits.
Woo!
Roll damage.
Okay. Is it flammable?
No.
Oh, okay. Here's the damage. 12 points of fire damage.
Awesome.
Cool. If the target is a creature or a flammable object, it ignites.
Okay. So
That's what the text says.
yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So it's on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And the creature, I'm gonna just. Oh, hold
I'm
on.
just gonna.
You can see this text, and you can copy paste it.
I'm just gonna.
Bop.
I don't.
So until a creature, if a target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites. Until a creature takes an action to douse the fire, the target takes 5d10 fire damage at the start of its turn. Is that accurate? Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Okay, well the worm's on fire now, and at the end of its turn, it's gonna take 5d10 of fire damage. Am I reading that right? Yeah.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't have things here, so we're just gonna go ahead and do. This.
Sorry if I made things complicated.
You're good.
I just wanted to vary up my moveset a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So the worm's on fire. He has to douse himself on his turn as an action.
Okay. There's
don't
a
know how
small
worms do
section
that.
of the worm's skin that is on fire.
All right. That's my turn.
Awesome. Gideon, you're up.
All right. Seeing what's going on, Gideon is going to use a bonus action to put all of his companions into an enhanced dreamlike state. Except for you, Yursa, you're too far away, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm barely unable to reach you even if I move. So I'm going to spend some sorcery points, but everyone, including Dio, I guess, will basically have the effect of a bless on their next attack or saving throw. It's not continuous, but just your next one gets an additional d4. So that will be his
Everyone
bonus
gets blessed,
action.
basically.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
for just one attack or saving throw until their next turn for Gideon's bonus action.
Okay.
All right, he's going to run up 30 feet. It would help if I didn't measure that and just did it. There we go. And then seeing the elemental in his head being like, I like this idea, he's going to summon Draconic Spirit. It really is
Okay.
Baldur's Gate. And he'll do it just right above the worm, basically, because it has a range of 60 feet. So, he'll put it right there, please. Yeah, that would be lovely.
Right.
Thank you. All right. And that's it for Gideon's turn, but much like the fire elemental, the dragon goes right after Gideon.
Yes.
So, and we're just going to keep it simple. It's just going to be a fire dragon this time.
All right.
All right, so it's going to unleash its 2 rend attacks, which is just a spell attack for me, basically. So I'll just roll that twice. Does an 18 hit? Ooh, that's not going to hit.
Oh no!
The 18 just hits.
Woo, I'll take it. All right, so that is going to be... Okay, give me 1 second. I always have to have so many tabs for this spell open. That's a d6 plus 9. Okay, so 12 points of damage,
All right.
and it'll breath attack.
Okay.
So it has to make a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sure this thing's real nimble.
Yeah. 5 minus 2, so 3.
Surprisingly, that fails. So
Yep.
that's good news. Alright, so 2d6. Alright, decent. So 9 points of damage.
Awesome.
And it would angle it to not hit the civilian that's right behind it. I hope that's acceptable. Or
Okay.
the dragon would move left and angle in another direction. Okay. Cool.
What's the range on it? It's like 20 feet.
Let me just double check that. It's a 30-foot cone. Could it be more to the left and hit the smaller
go.
one too? Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so it just hits the one worm. That's fine. All right, cool. That will be it for
Awesome.
Gideon's turn.
Awesome. Enid, you're up. Sorry, Bella's yelling over here. I'm trying to do that. This is happening.
No problem. All right. So Enid is going to move. It's going to be 60 feet total. But half of that's going to be teleporting with her new daggers that Rian just got her.
Throws the dagger. Teleport.
So yeah. And I think. Where does this worm look like it's heading? Is it heading like towards us or towards innocent civilians?
Make an insight check.
This could-
I wanted
On
to
a
go after that
worm.
one, but I couldn't get close enough.
I don't know if Enid's gonna be able to read a worm. Oh, I get advantage on it. Oh, it didn't really matter.
With a 14, it's hard to tell. They just emerged from the ground, so it doesn't look like it has a target in mind. It's surveying the area.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll give it a target and I'll sneak attack this worm.
Ooh, okay.
Alright. So, to attack.
Hit.
Yay! I think it'll automatically roll my sneak damage, but let's find out. Yeah, it does! Good. That's some good damage. And then I'll go ahead and do my second attack on it as well.
Okay.
Because why not? 20 hit?
That hits.
Okay. And then this one without the sneaky sneaks.
10.
So 44.
Enid, as you run around and throw the first dagger, you see its mouth open and the dagger goes through and disappears. The second one following it, almost like an archer hitting 2 arrows one at a time. You hear a clink of metal, and then you watch the worm fall on the ground as both of the daggers reappear in your belt.
Hell yeah. All right. No innocent civilians for that one to eat. Or is it just near death?
No, it's dead.
Okay, good. Stay
Damn.
away from the civilians. That's my turn.
Okay. Rian, you're up.
Yeah. I am going to move forward 20 feet here. Do you have... I forget. I know that we have flanking. Do you have, like, height advantage rules for ranged attacks, or is that just... Am I making that up? I know that's something I do in my games, but I don't think that's something we've established in your games. But I just can't remember.
I'll say I don't think you have height advantage because of how large this creature is.
Oh, because of how much is popping out? Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, so that was 20 feet. I will then... Yeah, I'll Misty Step to go 30 feet down. And then... I have 10 more feet there.
Which, by the way, I probably should just go ahead and do something like this. Oh shit. Each one of these little ridges that leads down is 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's how
sorry,
high up we
I
are.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then what I will do is that is my bonus action. I will then what is the range on this? 20 feet? Man, I'm like right out of range of that too. Okay, I guess I am going to make an attack with yeah, I'll just do it with the bow.
Okay.
Yeah. Boop. Okay, 19.
19 hits.
10 points of damage. And
Okay.
then second shot. 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 points of damage.
Awesome.
That is it.
That is it. Awesome, awesome. Basil, you're up. Are you able to do things?
Yes. So, I am going to move her.
Did you?
Her.
Sorry, Joe, did you roll that first one with advantage? For the bless from Gideon's thing.
Oh,
Well, Bless doesn't give advantage.
it's a
It's just
D4.
a D4.
Oh, sorry. Did you add a D4?
no,
I mean,
because it
doesn't
hit.
matter. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I'm just, whatever. It's gone. That is gone. It was your first attack.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really bring it up, because he hit anyway, so...
Go ahead, Basil. Sorry.
Okay. Then I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at 4th level at the big Alaskan bullworm.
Okay.
So. Oh wait, no. Sorry.
This poor worm.
Did it hit? Did it go through?
It did.
No, just let me know what you rolled.
Okay. Trying to just cast it.
It was it's in the D&D log. It's 14.
Oh, it
14.
you saw it?
Mm-hmm. You get a
That is
D4
a
though
miss.
from the Gideon's thing.
That's true.
If you roll a 4, you'll hit.
Come on, Basil, let's go.
I got a 4.
All right, that's a hit.
I was like, let this ability help someone, please.
Okay, so
Amazing.
where is it? Okay. How do you? Because it shows a +9 and then a 7d6. Which one do I press? For the guiding bolt.
Oh, I see. Just roll.
It'd be the
Guiding
76
bolt.
for damage, isn't it?
7d6 for damage, and then there's
Yeah.
a +9.
The +9 is 2 hit, so you already hit. So
Oh,
just roll
okay.
7d6. Yeah, so 4d6.
Gotcha.
Plus,
Did I say 4th level?
You said 4th level,
did.
so it's
Yes.
4d6.
Oh,
and
now
then
it
1d6.
4th level is 7d6.
Would it be 7 or 6? Okay, yeah, it says it right there. It says
yeah.
right there. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
$21 damage. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And then
And the next attack against the target is advantage.
yeah. So, next what I'm going to do is cast Spiritual Weapon at 3rd level.
Okay.
And I'm going to how far is it? Not Spiritual Guardian, Spiritual Weapon. So if I'm right here, it'll go right here. Okay. Do you hit?
Jesus Christ.
That was his advantage technically too. To see if he
Right.
got 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just roll twice for.
Just roll one more time.
Okay. Nope.
Worth a
Alright.
shot.
Does the
Go ahead and
22
roll
still
damage.
hit though? Okay.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Bless
Yeah.
you.
Bless you.
Be wise, always.
Nine damage. Okay. Is that your turn, Basil?
I think that's all I can do.
So
Yeah.
that less feature is gone. Cool. That means Gak is up.
Alrighty. I don't know where I am.
You are about 90 feet away from the worm.
Okay. Are the other two worms gone?
One of them is dead, the other one is not. The one that is not dead is about 75 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna get within a certain range of that worm.
Okay.
The range that I'm gonna get is 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And
All right. Let's say you get right here.
and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level,
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
which means, well, let me see, it's 120 feet, so if it kills one, then it can go to the next one.
Okay. I know this is filler combat, but Jesus Christ.
Get out of here. Alrighty.
Worm.
Man, they really don't do a good job of letting you roll stuff on the mobile app, do they? Real dice it is. Let's go. We're in the Stone Age now, everybody. Alrighty. So, yeah, Gak puts his fingers together and fire comes out of it. Range spell attack for each hit. Okay. Wow. This app sucks.
You heard it
Fun
here
for us.
first, D&D Beyond.
What'd you say? Spell tax plus 8. Okay. Okie dokie. Spell tax plus 8. So I have to roll for all of them. And it
Yeah.
won't just do it for me. What is happening? Okay. So that's 5 rays total. First one is first one's a 15.
Miss.
Plus a
wait.
D4.
Are you wait, hold on. Are you aiming for little or big?
Little.
Okay, hit.
Okay.
Come on.
Should I roll the each to hit first?
Yeah, let's do that. And then
Okay.
we'll do the damage.
Second one is a 14.
Hit.
Third one is a 16.
Hit.
Fourth one is a 14.
Hit.
Fifth one is a 17.
Hit. You got roll
Nice.
damage for all 5 rays.
It was
That's
The last
10d6, I'm pretty
three-
sure.
yeah.
I will tell you right now, if any of these kill it, if you don't use all 5 on it, none of those are going to hit the big worm.
Okay.
So they're just going to miss the big worm.
That's good to know. All right. Yeah, one additional ray. Okay, how about 2d6 fire day? Okay, so yeah, 10d6. I have 1. So here we go. All right.
It's like you did sneak attack on this thing.
6
Jesus
plus 2 is
Christ.
8. Plus
Thank God I
3 is
ran this
11.
combat so I can gauge y'all's
Plus 5 is 16.
power.
Plus 4 is 20. No. How many was that?
20. You
I
said
know, but I
20.
don't know how many I rolled.
That was... You said 4 so far, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, 4. 23. 24.
7.
20,
Sorry.
29, 33, 36, 40.
Damn.
Did
As
40 damage.
Jack, as you run over to the run over to the edge and unleash this torrent of fire. The creature is pelted with all of these rays, but is still living. You see that 2 of them pierce and go through the skin of this creature, creating holes in its body. It yells out, but it is still alive, just barely.
Nice. That's pretty sick. And
There's a box that pops up above Dio's head and says, Dio was impressed.
Dio approves.
Dio approves.
Dio will remember that.
And then, just because it's fun, go telekinetic shove the worm.
What's the range?
Well, yeah, how close am I guess? I need to be 30 feet.
No,
Do
you
it.
That's
no.
so far.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Alright, that's my turn.
Awesome. It is now the Iron Fang Vanguards. This one's going to run over here. You know what? I think he's going to stay here. I think he's just going to shoot this worm. He doesn't want to get too close. 6. No. 19 to hit, however. 21 total. 9 piercing damage. The next one's turn. This one is going to run over here and attempt a shot at the worm down below at a disadvantage because it does have cover. And not hit. Oh wait, that was its first attack. Second attack. Hits. And as this guard shoots the arrow, it does pierce into this creature's, and it does die.
Yay!
This is the greatest day of that guard's life. I have single-handedly slain the beast.
Dio is up.
Okay. So
Holy shit! Is that how Dio stands?
Yeah. He's like this.
he's in NPC mode. Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess he'll move
Light on my feet.
30 feet here. And 3 attacks he gets.
These boots have seen everything.
Get out, John.
Big worm. First attack. 28.
Okay.
Wow.
What's he using? His crossbow?
Yep.
He can only make 3 attacks with the short sword.
Does that mean he gets 2 attacks with the crossbow? If it's
Yeah.
like a... Okay.
Yeah.
And then his sneak attack
I
on
didn't
that.
put that on there.
Wow. Wow,
So-
Dio. 3 ones. That's awesome. 11 points of piercing damage on the
You
first
hate
one.
to see that.
And then second attack does not have the D4, so -1, so 23.
Okay.
No wonder Enid doesn't respect this guy.
Uh,
She just
and
single-handedly
11,
killed this worm. He did 6 damage on his sneak attack.
11 points of damage on the second attack.
Get good.
He's gonna use his bonus action to cunning action hide.
Here. He's gonna hide right where he is.
He'll hide right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
If you
ahead and make a
squat,
stealth
you
check.
can hide.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for Dio.
He's a cat. Dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that his turn?
Yep.
Real quick,
Alright.
can I just say my Foundry loaded and the music started, but I already had music pulled up on YouTube and it was music from Witcher 3.
What's
And
this song?
It might have been the same song. Because I just started hearing it twice and they were very, very close.
That's funny.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad your foundry loaded.
Yeah.
Just in time for the purple worm's turn.
Yeah.
It attacks Gak.
The purple worm lets out a horrible shriek as it is going to dive underground.
Oh. So we're
Disappears,
doing
leaving
this.
a hole in the ground behind. You feel the ground shaking, rumbling under your feet, Rianne.
Oh,
Under
Nope,
your feet,
not my father.
However, bursting from the ground in front of Basil, Gak, and Gideon,
yep.
as it is going
Not
to.
me. Eat me. Do it. I dare you. Don't. Please don't.
Actually, he's gonna move here.
I like how that cone didn't hit any of us.
I know, Percy, no.
That was incredible.
He doesn't
As-
even know Dio's there. It's just like a little bonus.
Oh, it does. It has tremor sense.
Oh, right.
As the worm explodes from the ground, you see its horrible toothy maw, large, and opens up and starts to spit out rocks, large boulders in a cone towards all of you. As I need the three of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I get a D4 added to this.
Oh,
Dio
way to
takes
go,
no
Dio.
damage. Because he has evasion,
Because,
so he's prone and all the rocks fly over his head.
Oh shit! Okay.
Alright, so hang on. Dex saving throw. Alright, plus a D4.
Wait,
Oh, the fire is out, by the way.
does Basil get a D4 added as well?
It was already used on Guiding Bolt.
Oh.
All right. Let's go ahead and get Basil. What'd you get?
I got a 9, brother.
Dope. Gideon.
20.
Those are both failures.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what the
Oh my
fuck?
god.
So both of
Okay,
you
I don't feel as bad now.
will take 26 points of bludgeoning damage
Ow.
and 13 points of acid damage. As not only are these rocks bashing into you, they also have the worm's saliva on them as they burn your skin as they pass through.
That's awful.
Concentration's still up, though.
Yes, I need you to make. No, I don't. Spiritual weapon is not a concentration.
No, it ain't. Can
Baldur's
Basil?
Gate taught me that.
Baldur's Gate has taught me so much. Just for fun flavor, while there's like acid dripping down and like rocks, like little pebbles embedded into her skin, Basil's just gonna roar back at the worm.
Nice. Nice.
Can-
Intimidation check?
Anna?
No.
All right.
Can I use my reaction to use projected ward and take 10 of those, or give Basil back 10 of those hit points?
Yeah. So you gain back 10 hit points, Basil,
Yay.
and the creature.
It's intimidating. Would a 15 hit for
No.
intimidation?
The creature is going to burrow into the ground again.
Also, I just realized that I can't split up my arcane ward, so instead Basil gets 20 hit points back,
Cool.
so 10 more.
Oh, thank you. Basil's gonna thank him.
No opportunity attacks when it left.
Gak, Basil, Gideon, you guys can also make perception checks.
Okay. I am rolling for shite today.
I'm guessing I don't see anything.
26.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Gak, it was hard to tell from a distance, even though this creature is so large. As it got close to you, you did notice where the top of its head would be. Seems like there are these metal devices that have been screwed into its head, almost like these arcane crystals on the sides. It doesn't look natural.
Well, it is a big worm.
Okay. That's its turn. The purple wormling is dead. It is now this foot soldier's turn. He's going to run, dash over here. It is now this one's turn. He's going to move over here. He's going to look in the direction of the party and say to Enid, "You all should not be here. You need to leave. Now!"
Did you just see me fucking kill one of those things? You need us.
We'll have it under control.
She starts to walk up to him, getting ready to, like, kind of, like, not with her blades, but, like, she's getting ready to, like, punch him if he doesn't, like, calm the fuck down.
Okay. Someone's gonna jump down here. Jump down here. Move here. Dash. Here. Do move here. At the top of the turn order, you're to make a perception check as the owlbear.
Okie doke. Where's
Okay. As you are looking around for this creature, you do notice that there is a door opening here, and this guard right here is starting to usher some individuals out from this door, but they are not out yet. You just see that happening. Other than that, that's it.
You're just gonna move like here, so that way, I don't know, interpose her body between if a thing pops up and a worm and the people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I guess that's it.
All right.
Because
fire
we
elemental?
don't see any of them, right? Right. The other
No.
ones are dead, and the big boy left.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
The fire elemental will just do a little spin and stay where it's at, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Gideon.
Gideon's gonna do his little star step, misty step thing to go down safely 30 feet.
Good.
And then, not knowing where this thing is, but knowing it's painful and big, Gideon's gonna hold his action, and he's gonna hold disintegrate for if it pops up within range of him.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Enid, you're up.
I mean, I think Enid's gonna do something similar, just trying to, like, look around and everything. Unless this guard is giving her more trouble, she's gonna hold her action and hopefully, if it pops up near an ally, sneak attack, because she can't hide from it if it has tremor sense, so. Yeah, I think that's
So
just
you're holding it. You're holding an attack.
Yeah.
Awesome. Rian.
Yeah, so based off of, obviously the creature's very large. When it moves throughout the ground, there's rumbling. Can I feel it anywhere nearby? Like, it just went down in this hole. Like, what direction did it travel? And can I feel it moving underneath me right now?
Either make a nature or survival check.
Go with nature. It's an 8.
You can feel the rumbling. It's not hard to feel the rumbling. It's difficult to tell where exactly the creature is, not only because of how large it is and it's covering such a large area creating this rumble, but you don't really know these creatures well enough to figure out to know their movement patterns.
Okay.
You know that it's probably still underneath where it was before.
Okay, so if I come over to this hole and I look in the hole, I don't see it, even though it's really long.
Passive perception is what?
14.
You have dark vision, right?
Yes, thanks to my cloud runes. Yep, 120 feet.
Okay. You can see the tail end of it disappearing.
How far down?
So, about. Let me click some. About 30 feet.
We're not.
I will say the attacks on this will have half cover, which will add +2 to its AC.
Even if I'm next to it?
Well, it's in a hole.
Yeah, he's gonna jump in after it.
30 feet down,
Oh.
you said, right?
If you're jumping down towards it, that's a different story.
Do we have a
What are you
grease
trying to
bottle and a lighter?
No need to jump down. I'm gonna Misty Step down.
Okay. You end up on the back of the creature underneath the ground.
I will now proceed to attack the creature.
Okay.
We're just gonna hang out, vibe a little bit.
26 on the first one.
Hit.
18 points of damage. Actually, strange turn of events. I don't have anything else to add because I don't have the Okunai stuff active. I know, crazy. Okay, that's first attack. Second attack. 27 to hit.
Hit.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
I will then action surge.
Okay.
Third attack. 27 again. On this one, I will add the fire runes. 20 points of damage. Woo! Smashed my mouse.
Alright.
That was
Damn.
crazy. And then I'm going to activate the fire rune on this one.
The last is hit.
Does the last one hit?
No, sorry. Oh, you're activating on this one. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's an extra 2d6
Awesome.
fire damage, and it needs to make a strength saving throw DC 16 for an extra 9 points of damage.
It succeeds.
Okay. Fourth and final attack. Cha-chow! Ah, damn. 13.
That's a miss.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay. I can't tell if you're. Can you move your token? Because it put it behind the worm for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So the rest of you cannot see Rian or the worm. And I will say, Rian, make a athletics check to stay on the worm as it is burrowing underneath the ground.
Okay. Do I have to?
Are you trying to stay on the worm or just let it go?
No, I was trying to let it go. I was going to see if I could kill it, while I was down there, but...
Oh, okay. If you're not trying to stay on the worm and just let it burrow ahead of you, then fine. No athletics check. You just
Yeah,
stay
and then
on
I
the
was just going to start climbing back up the...
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. I misunderstood. All
Nah,
right.
you good.
Basil, you're up. You cannot see the
Um,
worm currently.
Okay, but we can see the hole.
Mhm.
And is Rian currently in the hole or is he out?
You watched Rian just disappear and then go into the hole. Well, yeah, you would assume he went into the hole.
Okay. I'm trying to think. So I'm up at this thing. And how deep is it right now? Or how deep is the worm? Did it go?
So you are up 25 feet from where the hole is, and the worm is roughly 30 feet further down in the hole. So right now, 55 feet from you.
55 feet. Okay. So how far could I get if I get off of this thing and slide down into the hole?
Slide into the hole? Oh,
Yeah, she's going in the hole.
Disappear this so I can see the hole. You'd have to make an athletics or acrobatics to slide down this without falling because it is not smooth rock, it is jagged. But you could slide down using your movement and get to the hole. Or you could jump in the hole. You're technically above it, but you'd fall 55 feet.
Right. That would not be ideal. So if I do acrobatics, I wouldn't be in the hole. I would just be next to it.
Yeah. But you roll a natural one, and then you're falling in the hole.
That's true. Which is really hard because I'm trying to be in the mindset of what would Basil do.
Mm-hmm. She would jump in the hole for sure.
She would jump in the hole. That's the thing. She would absolutely jump in this
sabotage.
hole after Rianne. So if I were to jump in this hole, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a bad idea.
Could you really quickly just make a perception check for me?
Okay. Yes, I can. My rules have been really... Oh, okay. It's not bad at all.
Okay, yeah, you can see Rianne climbing back up.
Okay, thank God. It's like, am I jumping in after this bitch? Okay, so what I'll do then is I will use my acrobatics to slide down so that when he gets up to the top, I can help him up and yell at him.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. Oh my gosh, it's on.
A cartwheel done.
Good enough, yep. You slide down, no damage. Rianne's down here.
Am I able to reach him?
Not on this turn. Unless, Rianne, wait, do you have movement from your last turn?
Yeah, I had 25 feet of movement.
Okay, so you'd be 5 feet away from her. Yeah, Basil, you could grab down and try to pull him up if you make a strength check.
Oh, she's not strong like
With
me.
advantage because Rianne would technically be helping you.
Oh, sick. Okay. Strength, strength, strength.
Man, it's hard to run 3D combat on a 2D screen.
He's not strong, but it's honest work.
I will say with a 12, it's not enough to get Rianne all the way up and pull him to the top, but Rianne won't fall.
Okay, good. She's just gonna...
You miss his hand and grab onto like his cloak behind, and you're holding on to it. Rianne is kind of pulling you up like this as you're trying to...
Why do you do this to me?
Basil,
Stop
I was doing a perfectly fine job
Don't
climbing.
jump into random
If anything, you're
holes,
making
you
it more
idiot!
difficult.
Is that your turn?
You're pinching my shoulder.
Gak, you're up.
Okay, well, Gak just saw two of his friends jump into a hole.
No. Basil's outside the hole.
Yeah, but he's up here, and he was like, what? So he's starting to go down, and then seeing that she's fine and not in the hole. But he's... From where I am up here, can I see that the worm is that 30 feet down thing? I can.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah. You can see the back end of it.
Okay. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level again.
Oh, level 11 is something else.
Yeah. Hey, be glad I'm not doing it at 6th.
Alright, go ahead and roll your 4 beams.
Oh.
Hi.
Thank God it's just for those D6, you know? It's not for
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, exactly. All right. let's roll the others real quick. Yeah, that one doesn't hit. 12.
Okay.
15
Balance,
doesn't
all
hit.
things should be.
18. I don't think an 18 hits, right?
It just hits.
Okay, so one.
No, wait.
Other...
No, it has half cover because you're not on top of it like Rayan was. So it does not hit because it has plus
Yeah.
2 to its AC.
That's okay. How many
So
did I
just
roll?
the natural 20.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it rolled 11.
So
Or no,
12?
it
18?
rolled 18, and then its max. Is that what it is, or is it double?
Well,
we
it's
wouldn't
rolling
go
the
with
crit damage.
Yeah, we wouldn't go with the crit damage. So you rolled a 7 plus 12.
Plus 12.
But that was only 2. Oh, because it is
D6.
only 2d6.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So
Okay,
what was that?
19.
19 damage. It's respectable
Sucks.
for a single scorching.
Decent. Dump it. Sucks.
All right. Is that your turn, Gak?
Yeah.
All right. Guard's turn. He's going to slide down here. Run over here.
I think during Gak's turn, he's also going to yell to Gideon. He's just going to say, Gideon, the worm had metal stuff in its head.
What?
Metal and like glow rocks.
Okay. I'll figure
Sorry.
something out with that.
It's like, how dare you not know what that means?
I thought you knew what metal and glow rocks were.
Even Gideon's knowledge is limited.
Okay, this one is going to move over here. Make a perception check. They are human and cannot see in the dark.
Losers.
And they do not see in the dark. It is Dio's turn.
In the dark.
Okay. Nick, did you want to pilot Dio now that your thing's working?
Sure. How do I get to his character sheet?
Double tap
click
his
on the
token.
Why is there an orange box around my character?
You
Because
targeted
you
it.
selected him or her.
How do I untarget?
Joe, you might have to do it. I'm double clicking and nothing's popping.
You
up.
want it targeted, Rachel,
Really?
so that you can move her and type as her.
Ah.
Dio should have everyone having permission.
It might be that it's still
Oh wait, hold on.
being messy.
No, hold on. No, all players are owner. It's okay.
I can't double tap on Gak either,
Oh.
so it's just Foundry, my
Okay.
internet.
Then, yeah, Dio will just, even though the creature is a little bit harder to see, he will take the 2 crossbow attacks.
Yep.
First one, neither one of these will have sneak attack. Well, neither one will hit, probably. Let's see. Boink. Oh, that's a boink
Oh.
right there.
Got him.
Thoroughly boinked. Okay, 11 points of piercing damage.
Hell yeah. All right, is that Dio's turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is the purple worm's turn. Basil, Rian, Gak. You watch it disappear into the distance. As it then explodes from beneath all of your feet.
Oh
My God.
my god.
I need
This
to
is it,
move
guys.
it so I can see things.
Do held actions go off first?
Yes.
Yay! So that gives me sneak attack because my allies are definitely in 5 feet of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. I appreciate that. Sure, we'll use a Lazarus's dagger.
Hit.
Ooh, yay! Here it comes with the sneaky sneak. Look at that sneaky sneak.
32 damage.
You okay, Joe?
That was stinky damage. Oh my god. Woo.
All right.
Disintegrate. That's a dexterity saving
Oh
throw
my
that these
God.
things are so good at.
Widowy, this worm is so dead.
Widowy is
he's
so
so dead.
hard.
Probably.
Oh my goodness.
This is a save or suck, though, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's gotta be a 19, so I think it has to roll an at 20.
Widowy, so dead.
Gideon,
Yeah, what's up, dude?
how do you want to do this?
So I think
my
it's just
God.
one of those things where Gideon was just waiting, and then he heard Gax thing where it was like, oh, well, there's like this weird thing going on. Gideon's like, but then seeing that like it's about to erupt, like underneath all of his friends, I think Gideon just points and fires and actually like shoots through the rock to like hit where he knows the worm's about to emerge up. So everyone like kind of feels the ground like come to rise up, and then just like it almost like doesn't quite cave in beneath them, but like it starts to because the worm is just ash underneath the rock.
Okay. So as the rock starts to expand and almost explode, Gideon, you use this moment to cast your disintegrate. You watch and what you're seeing in front of you is not like gravel. It is a quarry. It is squared rock around. As you watch part of this stone just disappear, turning to ash as another piece turns to ash, carving this hole in the rock as eventually you hear, I hate you, you hear the gurgling scream of this creature. Rian, Gak, and Basil, you feel the ground start to shake underneath you and pick up as eventually the ground falls down and subsides. The creature dead underneath.
Got it.
I will no longer be a owlbear,
Okay.
and I'll dismiss my elemental friend.
With that, head back to Nubai.
That was nasty combat.
As the worms are no longer a threat, I'll be kind of dust yourself off. And I think right now would be a good time to take a small break
Let's do
so I
it.
can baby stuff.
Let's do it. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Quick break. Restroom break.
Hello. Take it away, John.
Diving back into the game after a run-in with a purple worm and some of the wormlings, get in with the final blow with Disintegrate through the rock, hitting the worm, disintegrating it underneath the ground. The calm starts to settle in as the ground stops rumbling and there's no danger. You can see that all of the workers around are looking up towards you all, looking at each other, kind of breathing heavily, and then eventually start to pick up their pickaxes and continue. You start to hear, not that, the mining start up once again. It's odd. All of these individuals were in grave danger. Now they're acting like it didn't even happen. The three of you, Basil, Rian, and Gak, who were above everyone else, I think Yursa and Enid were a little bit off to the side. One of the individuals in the silver armor comes walking over and says to the three of you up there, Rian, Basil, and Gak,
We appreciate your help, but please leave. We have everything under control.
Do
Clearly.
you?
You're not from around here, are you?
Yes, I am, actually.
And why would that even matter?
Because you would know that those worms were our property. We have devices and the means to control them. Sometimes they get out of balance.
Clearly.
Things will be handled. Thank you for your contribution. We're not going to pay you if that's what you're looking for.
We don't need to be paid.
Good. Now please leave.
Basil's gonna look over to Rian.
Who do you work for? Who owns this quarry?
Who is asking?
Someone who used to live here many, many, many years ago.
As you can see, it is not what it used to be many, many years
Oh, very clearly, it isn't what it used to be.
Do we have a problem?
We
I
might.
think that
We might.
are getting Rian. I think we are getting off to the wrong foot, and you're just gonna scurry over.
Yeah, so were Enid and Yursa and Gideon able to make it up with everybody now?
yeah, Enid, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Let me look at the map. I'm not going to bring you to the
I'm
map.
sorry, should I not have interfered there?
No, I just didn't know if we had. It was. I know those three, and then we were off to the side, so I didn't know if we were back yet.
Enid was the closest, actually. You were on the bridge, like, literally right over... You were, like, 20 feet away from everything. So you were on the ground still as an owlbear. Actually, you changed back, right?
Yeah.
And Gideon, you were about 20 feet as well. So Gideon and Enid could get there first. Yursa, you can make a perception check along with Enid as well.
Okay. Mine was a 22.
That guard that I described before in this central area, you can see closes the door after those two individuals stepped out. Enid, I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
But they do retreat back in. Not retreat. You see one of them looks a little bit more scared than the other. And the one that doesn't look scared just kind of looks around, speaks to the guard, and walks back in. Both of these individuals look of higher status. Especially one of them wearing these bright red and gold noble clothes with a cane that as he walks you can tell doesn't need it.
Is it like a fancy cane? Like, like, okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with fancy canes.
Nah. But you also don't have a quarry of slaves, so.
True.
Fair.
Yeah, totally.
That's funny.
We know
Guys
what the
are gone a
dragon
long
really
time.
is. Gideon's slave.
Hold on. And they go back in. The guard shuts the door, and you see 3 other guards just kind of walk over in front of that door. As Yursa, you intervene. Yursa, you do not see what Enid does. You see the 2 individuals. You don't get much. You don't gather much more information other than this. But you walk over and you intervene.
I think there's a misunderstanding here. We are simply here to talk to the person in charge.
Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Now, once again, I'm going to ask all of you to leave. Now.
And you see a couple more of these. They don't seem like guards. Mercenaries start to walk over.
Well, could we schedule an appointment to come back at a different time?
This is not a public event.
It seemed pretty public here when you weren't keeping your pets under control.
I would like to do something. I think Enid would make eye contact with Rian, give him a wink, and then I would like to quietly start to step away and start to sneak towards that direction of the building, and when a time feels like natural, turn invisible and go do that.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. Stealthy stealth. Me. Wow.
Man, plus 13 though.
You
You
still
still
bad I
queen.
rolled a 5.
Yeah, well, 18 is still pretty good.
That's good.
As you kind of start to back away and make your way trying to find a place to go invisible, one of the guards on top of the bridge, as you kind of walk around one of the pieces of stone there, did perceive you as he yells down and goes,
You need to leave from there. What are you doing?
Sorry, that wasn't the way out. She'll
They just
start to
stare at you.
redirect.
Okay, I see that we don't like to have conversations. Well, if you could just give us the name of the person in charge, we will be on our way. Maybe we can send a very strongly worded letter instead.
okay, here's to make a persuasion check with a disadvantage.
Okay. I'm being nice. Everyone else isn't gonna be nice
I know,
to these
it's
guys.
the circumstance of everything.
I know. I'm just trying to warn this poor man before Rian chops his head off. You should say persuasion?
Do it. Yeah.
Okie dokies. With disadvantage. So that was my first roll. And then my second one.
13.
Guidance yourself.
Oh my god, I will guidance myself!
Who said that?
You already rolled the
Oh,
dice.
you garbage man. You okay, that's fine. I forgot I do that.
Damn.
It's been too long since you played Baldur's Gate.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, John. You're not garbage. You're wonderful. Blah, blah, blah.
The mercenary looks at you and says,
That information is not mine to give. For the
You're
last
not
time.
very nice, are you? We're leaving. Come on, everyone. We're gonna go now. Nurse is gonna grab Rian and turn him around.
Did Gax see Enid start to walk away at one point?
with your passive perception, yes.
Okay.
Which is like a 30 or something.
Yeah. Well, it's 23.
Yeah, you would have
Yeah.
seen her.
Okay. Gak's gonna think to Chip. to get off of him and hang around for a second.
All right.
Okay, and then we'll all walk away if...
Are you you're
Can-
trying to keep Chip behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can-
So, hold on. The only thing I'll say is that I will need some sort of check, probably a stealth check from Chip, and I don't think he gets a plus anything to stealth.
I don't think so. I don't have any stat blocks on him.
Yeah. So the only reason is because this is a heavily guarded area, and yeah,
Cool.
they're actively surveying the area at this point after what just happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So go ahead and roll d20.
I typed in frog stat block,
Yep.
and it says there's a +3 to stealth.
All right, use it.
Nice.
D20 plus 3. And you were gonna say something, Basil?
Yeah, so actually she was gonna try to do a quick survey and see if she's and see if she sees any spirits in the vicinity.
Roll a religion check with advantage.
Oh, bless. Is
So
it not
roll a
going through?
guidance her.
Oh, I got no. I rolled a. Joe, where can I find the thingy? I think it was a 22 on my second roll.
It is. Yeah, at the top of D&D Beyond, there's a little chat box next to your little anvil thing.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
I think your Beyond 20 extension probably broke again.
it
because
broke when we.
yeah.
Yeah.
22?
Yeah.
Basil, it's almost overwhelming. There is what seems to be like an entire village of spirits here. With your 22, you can even see your eyes gloss over, completely black. And those who are paying attention can see Basil's eyes do this. You almost see the ground flatten out. The quarry beneath starts to disappear over this almost ethereal ground that is there now. And you see, looks like buildings and people. People trading food, people playing with their children, people moving their livestock. It looks like a moment captured in time. And it almost seems to continue repeating itself.
Are there? Sorry, you go ahead.
You see what was, in this moment, Nubai. Before everything.
Are there any spirits that look like they're aware that I'm physically within like the spirit realm right now, or any that would look up if I were to try to make contact with them?
If you attempt to, if
Yeah.
you call out to any of them or
Mm-hmm.
talk to them,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like they do. And with your knowledge and use of this ability and just past experience, you know that there are certain times in the cycle of life and death and in between that so much trauma can almost put these spirits in this position where they can't tell if they are alive or dead, and they are just repeating things, and they cannot contact or see anything else other than those around them. You can hear a child say to their mother, "Mommy, are we going to play with the ducks tomorrow?" And you can see the mother kind of talking to the child, "Of course we are." And you can see that there are people, one of the farmers leading this oxen through the village says, "Come on, we have some grass to eat." And you are seeing and reliving these memories before the tragic events that you know of.
And there's like no matter what I could roll, there's no chance of me like talking to any of them. Or like even with the help of the Raven Queen, maybe, because I'm sure Basil, she'd probably one of those things where like you don't specifically reach out in a sense, but you know, you're so shocked that like you say someone's name and they're with you, and so they're made aware just because of that.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
19. What do you say?
I don't know what it looks like for like people to see Basil while she's kind of in this trance, but she would start walking towards like the closest person. So I don't know if her physical body's walking as well. I don't know what that would look like.
It is.
Okay,
You are.
so she's walking towards
Basil kind of breaks away from the group and starts heading right, a little bit away from the quarry where the tree line is.
Gak's gonna follow.
She's gonna reach out and like lightly touch the shoulder of someone, like as like non-threatening as possible.
You can see that there's this individual who is outside of their home tanning this deer skin. As you go to touch their shoulder, you can feel slight contact as your hand goes through. As they're tanning, they stop.
Hello?
They don't seem to notice you, but they slightly felt the interaction as they go back to what they were doing.
She's gonna walk around them and see if she can get in like their field of view.
Yeah. You are. You can see that they don't notice you.
Okay. She's gonna turn around and try going to the next person.
You do.
And just like keep walking.
Basil, as you attempt about 2 or 3 of these individuals, and the rest of you can see her walking, stopping, trying to talk. Walking, stopping, trying to talk. These people are in limbo. And you're able to tell that they are not in the state of knowing. They haven't passed on to the other side.
You can tell that Basil's getting visibly overwhelmed just because like helping people out of the in-between has always been like what she does. And so she's feeling that overwhelmingness of seeing how many people are stuck like this. And even though I guess it's better being stuck in this nice kind of limbo versus a horrible one, you know, it's still something that she wants to fix somehow. So after she gets done trying to talk to the last person, she's gonna look up at the sky. Mother, do you see this?
You see a crow, raven, land on a nearby tree. Kind of tilt its head, looking towards you.
All of these people, they don't know. What do I do? What do we do?
You don't get a response, but you do feel this sense of sorrow. You know that there are times, most of the times, when a spirit is trapped in the in-between, you can usher them to the other side, but there are some instances where such a horrible event happens, the spirit has to be knowing that it's in this state to be able to go to the other side. And sometimes things happen so fast that spirits never realize.
What can we do to help them see where they're at? I mean, this is what we do. What do we do in this instant? Like, is there a manual or something that I just missed? Like,
What they were forced to go through. What the land they used to live on is destroyed. They can't rest. Unless you can undo time, then I don't think there's anything that can help them.
you see Basil's eyes start to clear. I'm assuming Rianne walked up next to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know what your home looked like, Rianne. I saw everything. I saw everybody. I saw exactly what it looked like. And she... You can see, like, the change of emotion that she has from sorrow to, like, complete 180 anger, and her eyes flick over towards some of the closest people who are working at the quarry. We could just... I want to be good. And I am trying to help you get through this. Because I want you to continue to heal. And more violence doesn't help with the healing. But gods, do I want to kill all of these people right now? For what they did to you, to Enid, the land that they built over. I hope all of these people who are stuck, who deserve a beautiful afterlife.
Yes. Yes, but we should leave. There's nothing we can do for the spirits. There's nothing we can do for these people. If we kill those guards, if we kill the people in charge, it will just make life worse for them. We're here for a purpose. We should serve it.
Rian, I promise you, I'm going to think of everything that I can. I'll talk with my mother and we'll figure it out. There has to be something to help. I can't promise that I'm going to fix it, but I promise you I will try.
He'll nod. But then, I mean, provided everybody has left the quarry and is ready to go, I mean, Rian knows the way to Udhas from here, so...
Are we going right away, or would we like?
I have a thing.
Yeah.
So now, once the party steps far enough away, I mean, I know it kind of went split in threes. So with Enid, Gideon, and Yursa being in their little clump, are we far enough out of view from the guards?
Yeah. I'll say that, like,
Is there any cover of the trees and stuff?
yeah, you could find cover in the trees. The only reason I'm saying it like that is, again, these are not normal guards. They are trained for a job, and they are surveilling the area very well. You could tell that. But you could get away out of their line of sight.
Because as like Basil, Gak, and Rian are dealing with the spirits, I think Enid would turn to Gideon and Yursa. I have to go see something. I have to confirm something. And if I don't, I will regret it. So I'll be right back. I promise no one will see me. And she turns invisible. And I like to go then back into the quarry, heading to that house. Yeah.
Okay.
Nick's raising his hand, though.
Okay.
Chip rolled a 6.
Uh-oh.
Do you attempt to look through Chip's eyes?
Not currently, no.
Okay. You feel the connection with Chip disappear.
Okay.
Okay. Enid goes invisible. Where are you going, Enid?
I'm heading into that building, sneaking so that, you know, she doesn't make noise and she's quiet and light on her feet, even if they can't see her. And she's gonna look for those key people you talked about and the one you messaged me about as well.
Yeah, I would say you've probably been keeping an eye on that area, right?
Yeah.
The individual with the red coat and gold, you did see leave and get onto a nearby carriage and start making his way up the road. That other individual has not left that building yet.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go. If there's any... I don't know how long if she has to make any checks to get to that building, but once she's there, I think that would break my invisibility if I cast it. Well, it's not. My tattoo feature, the ghost step tattoo, where I can ghostly form. I don't know if that would break the invisibility, because if it does, she won't use it.
I'll say it will, because
Okay.
if I allow you to be invisible with just regular invisibility and do that, it's kind of OP.
I mean, that's what I was hoping for. I'm not gonna lie. I
You can
understand.
get greater invisibility and then do that later.
Okay, well, I don't think I can get greater invisibility. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So what she'll do is either look for any sort of like not natural, but like if the door is slightly ajar and like maybe with a gust of wind, like have her hand aid to push it open, or if somebody walks through, she'll just follow in quickly kind of thing.
I'd like you to make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
The ground here is not only covered in dirt, it is also covered in rock dust, so footprints do stay.
Okay.
32. Somehow your footprints do not get left behind as you are walking through this area. There are 3 guards in front of the door. However, there are narrow sections on the right and left of this building. The building is built atop a piece of stone, and it is held up by multiple boards and scaffolding. You could sneak underneath to get onto the side where there are windows, or you could try to go in through the front door, but there are guards in the front.
I think she would sneak underneath to go into a window.
Okay. As you go underneath and start to climb up, the window is not blocked from what you can see, but looking in, it looks like this is a singular room. There's a cot off in the corner, a desk, writing desk that is very ornate and beautiful, very, very extravagant. The bed itself also looks very costly. There's a desk off to the side, and sitting behind the desk is this very sallow-skinned, not gray, but almost like well, I guess it is slightly gray. Not a drow. It seems that he is human or half-elf. His ears are slightly pointed. White hair, freshly shaven on the sides, slicked back. These piercing green and red eyes, and a scar that goes from one side over to the other. You recognize this scar, Enid,
Mm-hmm.
as he is just sitting there writing on paper.
So the window isn't locked. Can she?
It is shut.
Yeah. But she's still invisible.
Mhm.
I think if she can, like, with some of the nearby, like, clanking of, like, metal on stone, like, almost like if there's a rhythm to anybody's in particular, like, wait for one of the crashes and then start to push it open, so if it creaks, maybe it's not as noticeable.
Okay. I need you to make a stealth check. Not with advantage because you are opening something. You go to open it, slightly start to move. You hear the slight and stop for a second. And you look over to the individual behind the desk. He has not moved yet. As you continue, kind of look up and start to push it upwards. It is open.
All right, she'd like to slink in through the window.
As you do, you look over and the individual is gone.
Gone? Did I hear him leave?
Nope.
She will continue into the room, trying to look for any signs of anything, like magical disappearance, if he's still there, but she just can't see him. She's very confused.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. Okay.
17.
As you are you walking around or just staying put?
I think when she first gets in there, just because she's not sure what happened, she'd be pretty still. She wouldn't just be like frolicking around the room. Kind of like she's just observing, trying to make sure like, I mean, heck, maybe there's traps, you know? Like she wants to figure out like what's going on here.
Are you checking for traps?
I think this first check is just to see if she notices him.
Okay.
And then maybe she'll check for traps.
So the perception check 17. You don't notice anything. You don't notice any dust up. You don't see anything move. Hear any creaks of the wood.
So weird. Okay. Then I think she would check for traps or the trap on the ceiling. Oh my god. I think then she would check for like any traps or any sort of like things, even like stuff that maybe is like hidden, like a trap door or anything that's trying to be concealed from people.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. That one might not go as well. Oh, but I have advantage? I don't know why, it didn't matter.
Looking around, this looks like a mundane building built for this quarry. There doesn't seem to be any trap.
Okay. All right. I think she would go to the desk. He was writing something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, she would go to the desk to see what he was writing.
Okay. As you go to the desk, see what he was writing, your foot steps on a plate. Pressure plate.
Mm-hmm.
As it clicks, you look down and a glyph of warding goes off. And within an instant, you are inside a sphere of purple
That's rough.
energy. As you hear, you're still invisible,
That's true.
but you hear a voice.
Looks like I caught myself a little mouse. Now, why would you be sneaking into my office? Please, if you could reveal yourself. This won't have to get ugly.
Do I see this person?
No.
I was like, what if he just waits it out until he reveals himself? So looking around, she still doesn't see anything. She won't drop invisibility. She'll just say, you first.
I am not the one caught in a trap.
That's fine. I got time.
The individual does not respond.
She will wait.
Okay. You wait.
It's like a
How long
staring
does
con-
invisibility last?
An hour.
Okay. 25 minutes have gone by, Seekers, and Enid is not back.
Okay, I don't think. Okay, so if he doesn't drop
We're not
it,
waiting an hour.
Yeah, I'm like, no, she wouldn't wait. She knows people would come after her, and she doesn't want that. I think like after she's really trying to bait him out, but it's all right. She will after like, I'm gonna say maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. She will then be like, all right, you got me, and then drop it, revealing herself, just kind of standing there,
Floating there.
floating there. Oh, right.
You're in a resilient sphere currently,
So he can't harm me.
correct?
Okay, serious.
Not physically, at least.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. Now, why exactly were you sneaking around my office.
I promise to talk if you just want to show me your face again. I've already seen it once, so you're not keeping much from me.
Really? Fine. And you see standing in front of you, as the invisibility drops, this individual. The individual you saw on the night that the village of Nubai was burned.
Okay.
What is your name?
Umbra. Yours?
Alano.
What do you say, Alano? Okay, I just wanna
Alano
put-
Graves.
Ah, I've heard about the graves. So this is the person I wanted to meet.
And why exactly would you want to meet me?
Admittedly, I wanted to steal. But you're good. But I'm good too. Maybe we could work together.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Could it be a deception check?
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Okay. Work together. And what exactly would we work together on? This is not a good introduction for doing business with one another. Usually people knock on people's doors.
Like I said, you're good. Better than I thought. I thought I could rob you pretty well, but now I'm thinking you would be better as an ally. I do good work. Maybe this wasn't the best proof of it. Maybe it was, because I got so far.
You got
You could
through
use
a
me.
window.
Did you not see how we took down those purple worms, which apparently are yours? I do apologize.
Yes, that is unfortunate. Now I have to find more.
Or you could use me. I'm stronger.
Then a purple worm.
I mean, if you don't believe me, that's alright. You can pass it up.
What exactly do I need you for?
I don't know. What do you need anything for? Those purple worms? I know nothing. You got a lot going on here. Clearly, I don't know much. And you can keep as much from me as you want. I'm just offering you my services. Or you can arrest me, send me to jail. I've been there before. I'm quite familiar. It's up to you.
I potentially have work that I could probably give you.
I'm all yours.
There are some Goliaths in the forest. One of them is a very big pain in my ass. One goes by the name of Rogar. Kill him. Bring me his head. And then we can talk further.
All right. I think you have a deal. Do you need
Make-
anything from me to prove my loyalty?
Make a deception check.
All right. Straight?
Mm-hmm. This is not usually the way I do business. But times are getting hard.
Would you believe it if this is normally the way I do mine?
I think I would. I will set you free, Umbra. But just know if you cross me, I will kill you.
Clearly you can.
Good job, notice.
She'll give him a wink.
As he walks over behind the desk, sits down, puts his hands up, and snaps his fingers, and you drop onto the ground.
All right. I'll go get his head. Anything else? Drink? Snack?
Use the front door.
And she'll just kind of nod at that and then turn on her heels and head on out.
Okay. So you walk out. The doors open, the guards look, draw their swords, and you see Alano look to them and raise his hands as they sheathe their swords. Gak, Yursa, and Basil would be the first ones to see the door open and Enid walk out.
Basil at first would like make a move to go run to her, but you see her like stop and like awkwardly rub the back of her neck.
Enid's not gonna walk to the rest of the party right away. She's gonna actually head, not like the opposite direction, but like kind of like if they're off to the corner, she's gonna head straight. She will eye them just to be like, get back, and kind of go somewhere else as she just kind of heads. She's heading straight towards where Rogar was, but like she's not gonna keep going there. Just doesn't want to make that connection.
Okay.
And then
Eventually-
once they were out far enough, she would loop back to everybody.
I'll say that eventually you're able to get back to the logged forest, kind of about maybe 60 or 70 feet away from the clearing of Worry. Hopefully that works for you too. Yeah, or Nick and Rachel. Tribe.
Yep.
Okay. We're all together again.
When she gets back, she'll just kind of like slump down on the ground. Graves. It was Graves that killed our town. That's the man, Alano. And he has this whole place right under his thumb. I don't care what high road everyone wants to take, I'm killing him. This is not a discussion.
I think what is up for discussion, though, is how you go about that. Because I hear all of you. Trust me, I do. But I can promise you there are people here who have no idea that there used to be an entire village beneath their feet. There are people here who are working just to get by. There are people here who probably have nowhere else to go. There are people here, innocent people, who have no idea the pain that you are feeling, that we are feeling. People who I'm sure would be happy to see him gone. But how you go about it is going to change everything. If you jump and you do something reckless, you may lose your chance. So I highly suggest we all take a moment to breathe and collect our thoughts before we make any decision.
Ursa's right. Enid, just killing him is too kind. His life needs to be destroyed. Utterly, entirely obliterated. If we were to have just killed Kyrian and Ophelia, two of the spawn of Oberyn, nothing would have changed. Oberyn still would have done all of the horrible things he planned on. If we just kill this Alonso, the family will still continue to do all of these horrible, horrible things. We need to use him. And then, when we can destroy the family, we can destroy everything he's ever cared about. Then we kill him. After he sees everything crumble around him.
I also want to make one thing clear. And Yrsa is looking at Rian and Enid. The want for vengeance is like swallowing poison and waiting for the other to die. This is about justice.
I don't
Be
see why the
mindful.
two aren't. Why they have to be mutually exclusive.
You know why, Rian. There are people here. Basil has seen them. There are people here. Your people. And I think that there is a way that we can also bring them justice. Basil, I think if you'd be willing tonight, because clearly there is a plan that needs to be put into action, looking back over to Rian and Enid, I think maybe tonight me and you can come up with a plan to help the spirits you saw. I think if I can speak with Melora, there's a spell that I think might be able to help put a lot of these souls to rest. But it might take the two of us working together making it happen.
Anything.
Okay. And she looks back at Enid and Rian. We are going to do this together. One step at a time. Smart. With patience. With justice. And hope. Not reckless vengeance. Is that understood? Is that understood?
However we do it, just let me kill him.
Rianne, look at me and answer me.
I can't. Because I don't want to make a promise I can't keep. I will try. But I will not promise anything. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Basil, why don't we go and we work on this while they
Yeah,
make
Rian's
their
gonna walk
plan.
away.
Basil's gonna, without looking at Enid or Rian, just kind of giving their space, she's gonna grab Yrsa's hand and pull her in an opposite direction. Not too far, but, you know, far enough to where they can have their space to talk about what they're gonna do.
Yeah, she will very much go with Basil.
Yeah. Yrsa, this is going to end so badly.
I was really hoping it wasn't going to come to this. I really thought that... I know Enid is very young and this is still very fresh. And these kind of wounds never fully heal, but I thought Rian would have. I don't know what I thought.
I mean, it's easier to heal when you're out of the place where you got hurt. As soon as you get back, you realize that it was all just a band-aid and the wound is still there.
I just hope that their suffering does not lead to more suffering. Killing him is not going to bring them healing. It's not going to bring these people back.
Because after they do go on this, what could end up being a killing spree, after all that is done, they'll realize that it doesn't change anything. It won't make them feel better. It could keep these people from hurting other people even more, but I think it's going to severely fester themselves. And that's what
agree.
revenge is. There is a difference between justice and revenge. Whether I killed my father out of justice and revenge, I don't know. But this is such a different situation, and I worry that they're not going to know what the difference is, and it's only going to make everything worse.
I agree. Do I think he deserves life? No, of course not. But I'm just worried there's going to be crossfire and a bigger fallout.
Contrary to my beliefs, I do think it's okay to kill. Sometimes. And this is one of those instances, but like you said, we need to do it the right way.
What even is that?
What even is that? I don't know.
I think, though, we can do something. There's a spell. It is called Hollow. And it is a way to bless the grounds. And I know there's not a lot of ground left to be blessed, but if you're still seeing souls, that means there's still something trapping them here. And it is such a big space and a lot of souls. But maybe if I reach out to Melora and you reach out to your mother, I mean, they are both goddesses of giving life and taking life, and what is this that we're dealing with? A bit of both, right?
I can definitely try. I did reach out to my mother, and she didn't talk to me, but I told Rian I wouldn't stop trying, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just try again, and maybe with 4 brains going at it together and then a bunch of spells, you would hope or think that something could happen.
I think we should set up camp tonight and we spend our night and as much prayer as we can, and we can work together to cast the spell. And maybe while we work on that, the others can come up with a plan of their own.
I think that works best.
Thank you, Basil.
Thank you for, I don't want to say helping me with this, because we're just helping each other, help other people that we love.
Yrsa's gonna give
And-
her a hug.
Oh, Basil's gonna come back. We'll figure it out. And it may not be tonight, but we'll keep working on it. And also, how's Gak doing? All of a sudden, or do we, hold on, do we know, Ina didn't tell us about,
Rogar.
right,
wanting
we
to
don't
kill him.
know.
She didn't think it was relevant. But she would tell everybody if, like, she eventually would, like, when we're plotting and everything, be like, okay, well, he hates Rogar. He wanted Rogar dead. She just was like, I'm not gonna help this dude. Doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter.
I feel
Right.
like once Yrsa and Basil kind of have their chat, if everybody's willing, Mr. Grumpy and Mrs. Grumpy, we'll pull everybody, like, we'll go find a spot away from the mining to make a camp so we can, like, share that information. If you wanted to, Enid. Like, Basil and Yrsa would share, hey, this is what our plan is. We're going to try to cast this
Oh,
big
yeah,
spell
Enid
tonight.
would share everything. Like, she has no reason to hide it. It just, in the moment, wasn't relevant.
Yeah.
Was of Nick.
What time is it?
Currently, right now, it's probably late afternoon. Sun is still up, but getting ready to set.
Gotcha. When Basil and Yrsa went off, I know Gideon was still around. I don't know if Enid was still around, but I know Rianne walked off.
Enid was.
Yes,
I
sir.
was trying to decide whether Enid was gonna go to Rian or actually pull Gak away to chat. One of the two. Do you think Rian would appreciate a conversation right now? Joe?
You can go talk to Gak. I think that's probably a better use of your time.
All right. If
Um,
Gak was willing.
Sure. I think before Enid can get to him, Gak just like sits down, and he's kind of looking around at everyone, seeing everyone walk in different places and do different things, jumping into holes and sneaking into places and talking to dead people. And Gak just sits down and he opens up his bag of holding, and he pulls out some incense and herbs and charcoal and things like that, and he starts to burn them into a brass brazier type thing. And he says, in an hour, we'll start heading to Udhas, and then we can find camp somewhere. And Gak's just focusing on his little concoction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once everyone's kind of peeled off and is working on their things or cooling off, she would go over to Gak and his little incense thing. Do you feel like it's working?
Like, what's working?
She points to the incense thing. You're trying to talk to him, right?
I mean, it'll be fine. It takes a while, but I saw that you were trying to get into that place, so I sent Chip to go look, but Chip went to sleep, so he always wakes back up when I burn the incense, so it takes a little bit. But he'll be back in about an hour, and then we can start heading to Udhas.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to talk to your friend in your book that way, actually.
No, I'm not too keen on talking to him right now. I'd like to just get there. I don't need him to tell me that I'm not fast enough.
Well, if he tries to talk to you any kind of way, you let me know, okay?
Okay. Rianne and I have both been in the book, so you can go in there and punch him or something.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I don't know. I mean, I could think of everybody here who I could talk to about this, but I feel like you would maybe feel the least judgmental, potentially, and in the most okay headspace to hear it.
Kak is just kind of staring at his bowl, and he just
Maybe.
does a little chuckle.
When Yursa talks about vengeance and how it's not the answer, and that it doesn't feel good to get vengeance, it makes me nervous. Because, not that I've ever been able to get direct vengeance on, obviously, the people who hurt me, but I've been vengeful in the past. And it felt good. I don't think it's the right answer. Necessarily, but because it has felt good in the past makes me feel like it's the right answer. Not awful slaughtering or anything, but this man who hurt me and Rian so much. I think it will feel good.
Is vengeance the thing where when someone does something bad, you want to do something bad to them?
Yeah.
You can see Gak kind of, as he's messing with this brass bowl, he slows down a little bit and he looks over to Enid.
You know, I have some rules. One of them is to kill someone before they try to kill you. The other rule is to steal from someone before they steal from you.
I taught him both of those.
Yeah, Dio, all over there. Dio taught me both of those. And, that's always if someone is trying to kill you, don't let them kill them first. What I didn't realize is that there's more to it than that sometimes. And you have to use your brain about the current situation. When we all first met, I actually think you've met him. He's helping Rian with his adventuring guild. But do you
Eldar?
remember Eldar? Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's had a rough history with you guys, but I don't know details.
So, we never liked him. He was a party pooper. But we found out that he was like a bad guy. And we found that out, and he was trying to kill us. I know that he like hurt Basil and Rian. I think Rian might have gone down, or maybe it was Basil that went down. I don't know. I wasn't there with them when it happened because they were on a horse. They were on Hikari. But he hurt us, and he hurt so many people. And I didn't understand it, but we had to have a meeting with the mayor and have to like talk about it as if he didn't hurt a bunch of people. And things started getting really intense, and then he and Rian jumped out a window, and there was a big fight and all this stuff, and they were fighting, and they kept fighting, and we're stabbing and fighting and all this stuff. And he had this little necklace that was controlling stuff. So I grabbed it. I am down on the ground. I was on top of him. I grabbed the necklace and I ripped it off. And he said, like, okay, I'm done. And now I don't know what that means to you, but I don't have a lot of experience, even just talking to people. And when I hear a guy who's killed people and terror people say, "Oh, I'm done. You took off my necklace. I guess I'm done now." That doesn't seem like someone who would just be done. He had killed us and he was going to try to kill us again, so I cast a spell at him to kill him because that's what we were doing. Apparently, there was something I had missed because people were not happy that I did that. And they brought him back to life and all this stuff. And you never met Vay, but Vay was part of this group before he had to go off and do things with his family. And he yelled at me like I was just so dumb. And I'm not smart, but why would I not try to fight that guy, you know?
Right.
But, you know, Eldar's good now. He's helping Rian, so clearly I made a mistake doing that.
You didn't make a mistake.
I did. I don't think it was my fault, but it was a mistake. And I think both of those things can be true. I didn't know that there was more to the rule of kill someone before they kill you, and I made a mistake. But it didn't feel good even before I was yelled at. Because I think deep down I knew it didn't matter if he was lying or not about being done. He'd said it, and there was nothing he could do. I had the necklace. All the stuff that he was doing, he couldn't do anymore, but I still hurt him.
But you were trying to keep your friends and the town safe.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes you want to do something so bad that you do it the wrong way. The spell that I used to hurt Eldar, I haven't used it since then. It is it's a page I flip by real quick. Don't look at it, don't need to. I have other things that I can use. And I have a lot of spells that can help people. I have some that can hurt, and sometimes you need to hurt, but there's a lot of stuff I can do that can help other people, help my friends, and even help the people that are fighting us when they realize they don't need to fight anymore. I don't necessarily feel that vengeance thing, but I know I think that you think it might feel good. But in the past when you've done that, really think about it, and not with your brain but with your heart. And I don't think you'll find that it still feels good.
Do you think I'm a bad person for doing those things?
Do you think I'm a bad person?
No, but you said what you said. You didn't enjoy it. You flipped past the page. It's an awful memory for you. It's a place you don't want to revisit. You're clearly You are a beautiful soul, Gat. I have felt so drawn to you, and maybe you're confused as to why, and that's okay. There's a purity to you that I want to protect. And I know we can't. And I know Siri may break some of that, but we'll be here for you. You are an incredible person.
I don't think you're a bad person, Enid. I think that similarly to a lot of people that are our friends and people that are our enemies, you've had a lot of bad stuff happen to you. And that changes you. I guess I'm lucky. I haven't had that much bad stuff happen to me. I don't think you're a bad person just because you had bad stuff. Sometimes you can't realize that the thing you're feeling isn't a good thing to feel. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Yrsa has helped Rian. When they met, they were together for a long time, and Yrsa taught Rian to paint. And Rian paints when he's upset or frustrated, and he even tries to help other people that way. And it's clear that being here is bringing things back for him. Does that make him a bad person? I don't think so. Being good can't be done in a straight line, you know? And I don't find it weird that you're drawn to me. I have your last name. That wasn't just like a paper thing that we signed. I don't have a last name. My family doesn't, so we have the same last name. We're family. I'm drawn to you too.
We are family. And she'll take his hand.
You're a good person, Enid.
You're the best person, Gat. And she'll lean her head on his shoulder, or maybe upper arm, depending how tall he is and how short she is. I don't know.
Gak will stay there and he'll resume his incense ritual find familiar.
After the hour, the coals burn. Brazier's fire starts to turn a slight blue as the coals and fire start to morph into a small frog.
Chip, I still don't know how you come out of that fire every time. There's a good trick.
Is Chip magical? not a real frog?
Oh, he's definitely magical because we can talk to each other. Or maybe that's because I'm magical.
I thought he was just a frog.
Um, Chip, are you just a frog? Enid, I thought he was just a frog too.
Well, I think I don't know the technical names, but I know a lot of wizards have magical pets. I think sometimes they have special abilities, but I don't know. Can Chip do things besides be awesome?
Well, I can do things with Chip. I can like look through his eyes and stuff. But I thought that was just because I was awesome. not
You are awesome.
Well,
Well, maybe it's your connection to Chip, and maybe there's a little bit of special something magical with Chip too.
yeah. Oh, interesting.
We should
That's
ask the
gonna
smart
flip
people.
my whole world upside down.
We should talk to the smart people who went to school. Well, you went to school for like a day?
Oh, I tried to, yeah. That's fine. I'll ask Clara.
She'll know.
Yeah. Hey, Chip, I love you regardless of what you are.
Clara's smarter than Gideon. I'd be Ryan.
Well, Clara's a wizard.
Yeah, I know, I understood.
All right. So, Enid and Gak continue their conversation while Yursa and Basil pair their spells. Gideon, what are you doing?
Not a damn thing, honestly.
I think at some point during the night, you hear, Gideon?
Yes, Dio.
You're not still mad at me, are you?
No.
Really?
I'm mildly annoyed.
I can take mildly annoyed.
He walks over and sits down.
I mind if I join you?
Go ahead.
What do you do when situations like this? I just
Me personally, or what do you mean?
yes, I feel as though I should keep my distance from everyone and not say anything.
Perhaps we're more alike than we thought. I think no matter how this plays out, people are going to be hurt. I think this is a situation with no right answer.
It seems that they are split too.
I think it might even be further than that if you look closely.
How do you know you're on the right side?
Good question. I'm not as emotionally invested in this as the others are, and I don't mean to say that as in I don't care. It's just
No, I know what you mean.
it's hard for me to put my shoes into something like that and try and figure out what would be the best solution for everyone. This isn't an Oberyn non-Ishna. It's not quite like any problem we've had before.
But every problem has a solution, no?
In math, yes. In reality, it's like a circle.
Circle.
Yeah,
Explain.
well, circles exist as a theory. They're not really real. I see you're not following. Okay.
He draws a circle in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
That circle seems pretty real.
It's not a circle.
What is it?
It's very close. It's more akin to an oval, though.
Okay, I couldn't draw a perfect circle.
That's the thing. Mathematically, one can be created. In nature, for something to be truly perfectly even, you can get very close. You can get very, 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 very close. But you can never quite get all the way there. There will always be the smallest thing out of place that will make it not this perfect thing that we've created as an idea. Does that make sense?
I think so.
We might find a solution that makes the most people happy.
But not
Dio.
everyone.
If there is one, I don't see it yet. I think that's why I've just been sitting here just trying to think. It hurts, I think, when, let's say out of the 5 of them, we find a solution that makes 4 of them happy. I think it hurts worse feeling like you're the only one whose needs weren't met.
To be honest, it's kind of why I've been on my own for so long. Pretty hard to hurt your own feelings.
Being alone is certainly easier. It's not quite as productive or worthwhile, though.
I just want to make sure that I am helping as much as I can. I know that I am the odd one out right now.
Looks like
I
we
will-
are.
If you come upon a solution or something you think I could do, let me know. If you
I
need me
will.
to tell jokes to alleviate situations, I can do that.
I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that tonight, or
I was
tomorrow, or the
noted.
next day.
Noted.
Come back to me about the day after that, and we'll see how the room is, I guess.
I'm glad you guys all met Gak. He seems very happy.
I think he is. I think all of this has been hard on all of us.
Like I said, let me know what I can do. Thank you for the conversation, Gideon. I believe that I am best use here is to go scouting. Make sure there are not Goliaths about to attack us.
And you trust you can do so discreetly?
Very. It is one of the things I am good at.
Very well. Just, be back before it gets too late into the night. You need a rest as well.
I will be.
And you see that he picks his hat up from the log, puts it on his head, readies his belt,
Hang
stands
on.
up. Yes.
Gideon will reach into his pack and he'll pull out a seeker stone and toss it to him. In case things go bad, just yell into it. I'll hear it.
Like actually yell into it, or
I mean, preferably not, but
it might give away my
make some
position.
noise and I'll assume it's a problem.
Noted.
Opens one of the pouches on his belt, puts it in. I'll be back. And walks off. With that, Rian.
Yeah. So Rian was going to get far enough away from the party and from the mine that he could have some quiet. I think moving in a direction that would be relatively easy for people to find him. He's not trying to hide. He's just trying to get a little bit of space. Bless you, Caitlin. He is going to...
You are.
You're welcome. He's going to find a small clearing, and he's going to sit down. He's going to pull out his paints, and he's going to attempt to paint what he remembers Nubai to be. Except he's going to fail. He's going to grab the piece of paper. He's going to rip it up, toss it to the side, and he's going to start again. He's going to make an incorrect stroke that causes a black streak across the paper. He's going to rip it up. He's going to throw it to the side, and he's going to start again. He's going to try a third time, and on the third time, his hand is going to start to shake. He's going to try and grab his wrist, but the lines aren't straight. The composition is ruined. It's not what he remembers. He is going to stand up and kick the canvas and the paints, and he's going to yell. Just a scream. And just fall to the ground. Just stunned. Staring at the broken pots, the paint spilling on the rocks. Just staring up into the sky. Not saying a word, but in his mind, all he can say is, why? And that's it.
At this point in the day, it does start to get dark. After you're screaming this, Rian, there is a glow nearby. And you feel something nudge up against you, sitting on the ground. You see a griffin. You see Hikari nudging you as she encircles and lays next to you and lays her head into you.
And he'll scratch at her head. And I think he would look down towards her, and he wouldn't smile, but there would be a brief moment of relief. But then would return to just looking out.
Hikari, like a pet would, but she is much more than this. Just rests her head on your lap. A large griffin's head, ever so gently, and one wing kind of just wraps around you, almost like a hug. As You hear crunching of sticks behind you. So you turn around, see Ursa.
I brought you some tea.
Yursa, I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. And she's gonna sit on the ground next to you. And like almost forcefully put the tea in your hands.
Yeah, he'll take it.
And she's gonna look at the mess you've made. Are you going more abstract?
I can't remember what it looks like. My home, I thought I would come back and I would see it and I would remember, but I don't remember anything, Yursa. I don't remember anything.
Ursa's gonna give a hug. Just kind of hold on to him. Marianne, that's not true. Just because you can't remember what it looks like doesn't mean you can't remember what it felt like. You remember the feeling of the warmth just filled the air in your house every night. The laughter of your son. The tender touch of your wife. Smell of beautiful flowers when you walked out. That sense of community. Your community, your friends, your family. The feeling of people looking up to you. Those things don't just go away just because a place isn't physically here. Whenever you need to remind yourself what it looks like, you need to be looking in here. And she taps to your chest. Not out there. I'm so sorry that this is what has happened. And you know that I am, and you know how fearful I am of something like this happening. And I want to see... I don't even know if there's words for what I want. But I do know that I want you and Enid to be at peace. And if taking this man from this world is going to do that, then I do want that. Rian, I don't want you to lose who you are in the process. I don't want you to look back and be ashamed of what you've done. I don't want your boy to think about what his dad has done. I want you to be proud and know that you did these people right. That's all. Just think it through.
Do you know, when Isaac and I, we would fight. He wanted to be a soldier, to go off to far off places and see the world. Whenever we would fight, he would knock me to the ground, of course. And he would always ask me, "Do you yield, sir?" Even in play, he didn't want to cross that line. Yes, I don't know if I want him dead, if that would make me feel any better. I don't think it would, but I haven't felt this way in so long. I think when I feel this way, I don't hate him or what they did. I hate myself. How long have I known you? Almost 6 or 7 years. And then I come here and all of that time goes to waste. Because I
It
can't.
has not gone to waste, Rian. It hasn't. If it did, you probably would have killed the first man to have talked to you in such a way. Am I wrong?
I don't think so, no.
Sometimes we have to fall down in order to get back up. Sometimes we have to go backwards in order to go forward. Sometimes we have to fail to succeed, and that's okay. You're not going to be the strong rock every day. Sometimes we might just be the bending leaf every now and then. When you just get so full of the rainwater that you just have to bend a little bit. And that's okay, because you know what? You have others who are going to lift you up. And they're going to help you get through it. And you're going to come out the other end so much stronger. Those 7 years were building you up for this moment. And you're not only doing it for yourself, but you're also speed running 7 years with Enid. She's looking to you, Rian. She's watching how you react. And I don't mean to say that to put more pressure on you, but as a father, you know the weight of that responsibility. What we do is messy, and there's not a right answer. But we can be as right about it as we can, until we can. I just ask that you guys plan smart. That's all. I didn't mean to upset anybody or suggest we didn't do this.
You're right.
Sometimes.
More than you care to admit. Well, then I think that we need to start with standing up. And is there any chance you'd be willing to help me with that?
Yes. And she'll stand up and offer her hand.
Thank you. He'll take hold of it and pull himself up.
I give him a hug.
He will hug back very tightly.
I need to go find Enid.
Yes, you do. If you stumble again, someone will be there to pick you up. But I think she needs a hand now. And she'll let him go.
Yeah.
Rian, as you go to find Enid, where are you, Enid?
Would people be laying down to go to bed at this time?
Basil's probably up pacing, just trying to think of different kind of solutions, trying to get in contact with her mom. So she would not be sleeping. She's a little bit away from the campfire.
Okay. So it sounds like it's just like we're at camp then. Vibin. I think Enid would be up in a tree with her journal, but not writing in it, just looking at it. The one that she's been writing to her parents.
Okay. Brienne, it is easy to find Enid because most of the trees in this area have no leaves if they are still standing. So you can see her up in one of the nearby trees.
I think he would just look up to her. He's not making any. He's not trying to hide approaching. He would approach and just look up at her, see if she responds.
Yeah, once she notices him, she'll like look away from the book. Feeling better?
Could you come down here real quick?
And yeah, she'll slide down the tree.
And Rian will just hug her.
Is she'll like, after like a little bit of surprise from that, hug him back.
I think after a few moments, he would pull away. And I think he would say, "We'll be okay. It'll be hard. But I'm here for you. And you're here for me."
I'm a little confused.
For so long, I've been a rock. I have carried the weight of so many people on my shoulders for so long. Coming back here, it broke me. But there's nothing that says that we have to do this alone, or you have to do this alone, or I have to. Even though it feels like we do. I just needed you to know that I'm okay. For now. I can't promise anything in the future, but if I can make it through this, so can you.
Well, for what it's worth, I didn't think you were not okay. I mean, just because you expressed how you were feeling differently than me doesn't mean I didn't understand.
Enid, hours ago, I was ready to burn down the entire northern portion of a nation to make 2 people pay. That's not justice. That's not even vengeance, that's bloodlust. That's not who I am.
I was a little scared of your ideas. And I was just as angry, but I didn't care. I would have followed you anywhere. You know that.
You are just like your mother.
Why did you have to say that?
Because it's true. Because even when she would be so angry at, well, most things, she would always find a path back. Always.
Can you hold on to this for me? And she's going to hand you the book. I read your journal a while ago, so you can read it. It's nothing I wouldn't say to my family. But also, I think I need to stop writing in it. I mean, this is like one of like, I don't know, I lost count. But I think I need to stop.
He'll take the journal and he'll say, I'll hold on to this for you. But there's nothing wrong with reminiscing about the past. You just can't let it take you away from what beautiful places you're going to go in the future. That was what my problem was for so long. It's not letting go. It's learning to live with both. And I think he would hug her again. Seems warranted, given this conversation.
Yeah. You see her just kind of like, it's almost like a 180 from where they were at the beginning of everything. So
Yeah.
she's kind of like taking it in. We're gonna get him. We will.
We will. We will. If not for what he did, just not for what he did to our people, but to all these people. And hopefully, we can stop something like this from happening ever again.
Yeah.
Good night, Enid, and
Are you mad at me?
am I mad at you? Enid, why would I be mad at you?
I don't know, but I just... think... I don't know, I thought we were on the same page for a minute, and now it feels like we're not, so I'm worried.
You can see he wrestles with the words for a bit and says, we still are on the same page. I promise you that. I don't want my anger of the past to guide my decisions in this moment. Because if we follow those emotions, that anger, the people we love now could get hurt. The last thing I want is for something to happen to Gak or Gideon or Yersa or Basil or, God forbid, you.
There's nothing you could do that with me.
I know I would never hurt you. However, that grotesque man in that quarry with that scar, him I'm not so sure about. Enid, I love you like you were my own daughter. And I just don't want to see you go down the same path I went down when I was your age.
But I have. If that hasn't been clear. That's why I'm concerned now.
Enid, you are so young. So young.
Everything was so young. Everything. My first kill. Think about that. And I'm not ashamed of what I had to do. And it felt good.
Our pasts do not define us. They don't. Every single day we wake up, every single step we choose to take forward, that is what defines us. Enid decided to join us. Sure, maybe initially for the gold. There was no gold in it for you to go to the astral sea, to fight against this nightmarish creature. And there was no gold in it for you now to come back to this place that has caused us so much pain, to help Gak. I know it doesn't feel like it. It took me years to realize the progress I made. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Yersa. It took me 8 years to work through it all. With someone as patient and as loving as her. It's hard. But a very wise woman very recently said to me that should I ever fall down, they'll be there to pick me up. That should my leaf be too full of rainwater and spill over. It was a very pretty metaphor when she said it, but I'm forgetting the major concepts. But the point is, Enid, we're all here for you. And I know that should I fall down, you'll be there for me too. That is not an evil person. That's not a bad person. That's not whatever thing you think you are. That is someone who cares. And that's who you are. as hard as it is to see now. But I know it's not something that goes away in a night.
Okay. No, maybe I don't feel it yet, but okay.
Okay. You see him
My
smile.
spelling's bad, so good luck reading that.
Well, I'm sure it can't be too bad.
I used to spell of UV.
Oh. Oh.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good night, Enid.
Guys, get up.
It's morning.
Gak is like quickly standing up.
There's people coming. Get up.
What?
You hear in the
What?
distance.
What the
Multiple sets of footsteps.
Oh shit.
Through the darkness, you start to see the light cast from the fire start to light up. Firstly, on a feline friend who seems to be a little beaten up, held on to by a blue-skinned
no.
giant.
Oh my
This
god.
doesn't happen to be your pet, is it?
As you see, Rogar and the band of Goliaths have made it to your camp. And with that, that is where we're going to end the session.
No!
Bro,
You
Dio!
Call that a short or a long rest, John? That we just had?
Thanks for joining us. Short rest.
Short rest.
Thanks
Hey,
for joining
nice.
Short
us
rest.
for the Tales of Evrand.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. We'll see you either on Saturday for the Tales of... No, for the Isles of Iverion. Tuesday for the Tales of... No, fuck. A Saturday for the Isles of Iverion. Tuesday for the
Jesus.
Salamandra Coast.
Amazing.
Wednesday
Amazing.
for the Tales of Evrand. Thanks so much.